Hey, what's up fellow brick builders, it's Brickbuilt Replicas here again, and today I have brought to life another life-size LEGO gun, but this time it isn't coming from a video game. This is my entry from MyDifferentUsername LEGO Gun Contest. If you are new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, don't forget to like the video, and comment down below some feedback or requests for what I'm going to build next. If you haven't noticed, this is a re-upload from my previous entry, and I did make some modifications to it that I will go over. But I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, just please leave that like below. It would mean the world to me if you subscribed as well. This is going to be a slightly longer video just because there is a lot more functionality and detail to go over rather than my previous videos. This life-size LEGO AK hybrid consisted of about 1,000 pieces, and it measures about 3 feet long with the stock extended, weighing about 2 pounds. So it is one of the bigger and heavier guns that I've built so far. For a quick refresher, here's a look at the picture of the contest gun, and I made all of the attachments excluding the suppressor, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I spent a total of over 20 hours on this gun trying to make it as accurate as possible, so I hope you guys appreciate all the hard work that I put into this gun. So here's an overview of the LEGO gun in its most basic form. The front of the gun, including the barrel, is definitely one of the most detailed and accurate parts of the gun, and you can see that the front has a little bit of sloping to it, and the barrel was made using some 2x2 cylinders with a tire casing piece. The front sight is foldable, and it was built using a tire casing piece with a silver peg right in the center, and it was built on a hinge plate to fold down. There's a sling mount and a tactical rail on the bottom of the gun, and there's also some holes in the very top. The side rails were simply built using some 2x1 smooth tiles. A lot of the time building this gun went into the very front. You can see all of that detail on the bottom, trying to make it as accurate as possible. That's definitely one of the proudest parts of the gun, and it's just really cool to look at from a distance. So if you guys have stuck with my channel for a while, you'll know that this is actually my first working magazine release that I've made. And it's definitely basic, but it uses the actual AK style mag release using that ledge on the top of the magazine. And it just locks in right above the mag release, which holds it in place. And the magazine won't even wiggle around once it's in there. And here's the movable trigger, which was just made with a few Technic pieces attached to an axle. And the safety on the side was built using some hinge plates. There's a look at the internal mechanism of the mag release. The receiver itself has a little bit of detail on the left side. There was actually not a picture given, so I kind of just put some detail pieces onto there. Here's a first-person view of the gun. The front sight actually folds up, as well as the back sight. And it actually can fold back down to pistol sights using a little bit of a hinge piece I put on there. And I like the look of it more. It's more like a operator style and adds a little bit of that tactical kind of look to it. I like those pistol sights. The grip was a little bit difficult for me to replicate. You can see that plate on the side, and it has bricks even facing upside down for a little bit of that slanting effect. And there's a sling mount placed on the bottom using some hinge plates. The other side of the gun is pretty much the same, except for two parts of it, and the first part would be the bolt, and the bolt is an AK style and retracts and pulls back into place using a rubber band that you can see on the inside. It actually does lock if you pull it back far enough. And the stock is one of my favorite parts. It is an MP5 style stock release, so you just flip that little lever down and you can have access to the stock, and it slides right out. And you can lock it back into place and it won't wiggle around while you're holding it. The back of the stock has an interesting shape to it. You can see that there are a couple of round bricks in there as well as a bunch of smooth tiles, and the bottom was even put at an angle. So here's the gun in first person as it would be seen in real life out in the wilderness, but it is definitely a cool looking gun. You can see that the sights flip up and it's just really fun to hold overall. The video really can't showcase just how cool it is to have in your hands. And I believe that I put way too much work into this gun, at least 5 or 6 back injuries sitting and digging for pieces, at least 25 hours of hard work, and I really just think it paid off just with the sweet look of the gun. So now back in the studio, I'm going to show you the 3 attachments that I built for this gun out of the 4 possible, and the first being the drum mag. This was a 50 round drum mag with that round shape, and you can see the bullet on the top using some cylinders attached to a pin. I like that round shape, and I did modify it from the previous video, and it does have some plates on the side that you can attach for some more roundness, I guess, and it has a lot of sloping bricks on it, and that winder on the very front of it, and it does turn a piece in the back. So the drum mag really scared me at first just because of the shape of it and how heavy it was, but the mag release actually really does hold it in place. Like, it doesn't even shake or fall out anymore. And now it's time to showcase the old red dot sight. Get out of here, future one. So this is the red dot sight that I built that kind of looks like an ACOG scope. You can see a bunch of circles on the side. It does have that green reticle in the center that was built up on some clear pieces. There's a smooth top to it, and it does have a cylinder on the top and some slope tiles. There are a couple of round plates and tiles on the side that do give it a polished kind of a look. So here's the red dot sight on the gun, and this is why the sights do flip down. It looks almost like something out of Star Wars, kind of, and I do like that futuristic kind of look to it. You can see the green reticle in the center. And overall, it just kind of gives the gun a more polished look than it already has, and I really do like the look of it. And now we get into the future stuff. Yeah, this is the experimental red dot sight that I built, and it definitely has a really cool look to it. I put some plates at an angle to kind of give it that round effect, and also that angled effect as well. And it does have a light brick in the very back that actually projects an experimental red dot onto the front of the sight. The red dot is easier to see against a darker background, and I definitely put a lot of time into this sight. Here it is on the tactical rail. This is actually one of the other additions that I made since my last entry, and I really like the look of it just because of how accurate it is and how functional it is, because I think it was really difficult to have that light project onto the screen, but it turned out really cool. So that's pretty much the end of the video. Now it's time for me to do all that cliche like, subscribe, and comment below stuff. You kind of know the drill by now by watching all these other videos. And in fact, if you guys actually do a combo and like and subscribe, there's going to be Lego bricks raining outside of your house and in your neighborhood. It's not going to be Mega Blocks, it's going to be actual Lego bricks raining from the sky right outside of your house, and you can build anything you like. So as always guys, have a fantastic day, and I will see you in another video with another brick built creation.